solo A anchor right now. It really feels like they're counter-stratting GamerLegion. Finds the first headshot on the boot. Swings out for the sport. Forest is there to pick up the pieces. 2 quick headshots before he drops for hallzerk to get into position in heaven before they go for this retake. It does mean that they allow the C4 to go down though. So at the very least, GamerLegion will have money to work with in the next. And Rusty's got a really, really dangerous position. Adam just needs to keep the CTs entertained and they'll walk straight into the waiting crosshair of Rusty. Comes back into a 2-on-2 and now a major advantage for GamerLegion. The bomb's already halfway ticked. They've got the Glocks in hand. The dink comes through onto hallzerk. This is falling apart for Dignitas. This has been horrendous. Finally, the headshot converted. But there's no time and Rusty's going to fire through for more. Can't quite connect onto friberg. And friberg's actually got the kit. He's got this one. Unbelievable. Rusty's going to be tilted. Dangerous game. Had GamerLegion gone for a faster play, hallzerk could have been completely overwhelmed. Now he's called for the reinforcements, and the M4 of Forest is here to do some damage. There's the first. hallzerk with a follow-up. Forest still alive, kicking, and he's able to spray away for one more. Instantly traded by Dobbo, coming in from the sideline, but I don't think he'll be able to get a whole lot more done here. Tagged up very low. hallzerk puts the final blow in his chest and clear out Forest's angle. It's a pretty common one considering they haven't had long control this whole time. They do need to be careful, but that's even better. Coordinated flash, it's perfect. Forest can fly over the top, take down the one. The AWP follows through for another and a third. Does mean that he's no longer vulnerable to heaven, but no one's actually waiting there. Harry's just towards the barrels, and they need to make sure they clear this, and there we go. Straight through the smoke. HEAP finds the headshot. Dobbo left on his lonesome, has to tap the bomb, but he's got CTs all around him. This AK looking to try and do some damage. Dobbo instead, far too. Still a major firepower advantage here for Dignitas, but as the AWP's posted on the angle, he needs to make sure he connects. There's the first, falls away, no trade. Friberg right now, pushing right up to long, formerly the king of banana, now has to do it here on overpass. It's a similar shape, I suppose, and there we go, comes out on top in the engagement. Rusty falls, hallzerk can't connect the shot through the smoke, but Harry's there to pick up the pieces, even swapping out to the USB. Look at the confidence on this man right now as he takes down 3. Here, GamerLegion making some noise on A. They've drawn a rotation to the side. It means they've got a 3-man setup now, and as 0 entries onto B, they've only got 1 player to contend with. They can bombard through, try and overwhelm this one. In the meantime, friberg comes out on top in toilets once again, but Rusty deals the damage onto B. That allows this C4 to go down. They just need to hold for a couple of seconds longer. Harry peeks from lower, only finds the 1. I thought he was on for 2 there, and Rusty going huge. 3 kills to his name here in the 7th. And friberg stuck between a rock and a hard place. Snappy headshot to bring it back into a 2-on-1. But I don't think he's got a lot of opportunity here. Flash is popping over the top. Does actually connect one. Tons of damage through the wall. Gets the kill with the USP. Only needs to get it 1 more bullet. friberg, what are you doing? 4 kills to keep Dignitas in this one, and he's got time on the bomb despite not having the kit. That is unbelievable, and that is why Dignitas are just 2 or 3 levels higher than GamerLegion. If towards long, into the tunnels. Rusty seems to have an idea of it, but hallzerk's posted on the angle. It's a free kill for him. No one just need to pop over the top. There's an incendiary from hallzerk, but it's not going to stop this C4 from going down. A 5v4 retake for Dignitas. And this is going to be tricky. GamerLegion, they've all fallen back to toilets. They're going to play this 1 by 1. Just delay this bomb defuse as long as they can. That's their real chance in this one. The smoke on the C4. Another one posted. And friberg's just going to try and hold this, spamming away through the smoke. They need to just land a lucky shot onto him. And it's not going to happen. Harry finds 2. And the C4 diffuses in the very end. A couple of kills come through at the end there from eraa. Keeps this AWP flight. Now, they've still got money to work with. That's the one saving grace. Their economy management on this T side has actually been pretty fantastic. But the firepower's just not there. Beautiful boost. They're allowing GamerLegion to take this bomb site. And with demand advantage, they want to try and come in for the retake. M4s and AKs at hand. friberg with another. Snappy headshot. Looking for more. There's a second. And this pretty much all said and done right now. 4v2, there's nothing left that GamerLegion have in the tank. Zywoo takes a headshot, and Dignitas once again will be able to snatch away another round. eraa just has to fall away and save here realistically. He has still got a sightline on the bomb, but as the smoke gets posted, there's no way he can connect for all four. Nice shot through the smoke. The bomb actually beeping faster and faster. There's another flick. Can't quite connect on the no-scope. And Forest does finally eliminate it. By not spotting anybody out, he's going to rotate to A. Little does he know there's 5 attackers ready and waiting to pounce. In the meantime, friberg and Harry, though, they're winning all the engagements. And Forest isn't even needed. Heavily hot on his heels, getting back towards this site to provide support. But his teammates, they do it all on their lonesome. eraa, the last man alive. That is a lightning-fast, wrist-breaking flick. AK's in hand here for GamerLegion as they push into connector. Forest there with the M4. Goes for the wide swing. He actually converts. No trade potentials. Finally, Adam actually connects. He's got the first kill. He has an option there to just fall back, take the man advantage. Instead goes for a second and gets the dink. hallzerk with another onto the toilets area. And this is pretty much said and done. Again, massive HP advantage, man advantage to work with. Stacked towards the B site. GamerLegion bursting through. Harry does get caught off guard with the man darting through the smoke, but right now GamerLegion in a full buy round praying to get this C4 planted. Just about able to do so, but it's no round. Does give them a little bit of cash to work with, and with the loss bonus they will have enough to actually go for a buy here. I don't think there'll be an AWP. Then I am very, very excited for the future of this roster, because these guys are looking like their old selves again, and hallzerk, quick peek towards connector. Despite the fact that he's walked into 3 players, he's able to just get a one and done. Actually connects a little bit of a collapse there. They're pretty much out of it. Major advantage here for Dignitas to take this one to 12. We're shaping up to see a 14-1/2 right now, and HEAP, he is just on fire, straight through the wood. The headshot connects. I think he might have just seen the slither of the barrel and the map over and done with. See if you can mentally reset moving into the net. They are just, he just seems to get punched in the face, just beaten down. Straight off the bat on the cross, the leg connects onto him, and he's just down and out of this one already. Nice opener from Adam there, but the AK dancing around, the Molotov's rain. He's on fire right now and he's burning, but as he stands in the flames, oh, he runs back through it. That's a huge mistake, and it does cost him his life, but in hallzerk's watching, they are going to be punished. Posted on the angle. There's the 1D. Can't connect with the second. But a major advantage. Rotation will only come through once this C4 goes down. But Dobbo planting in the open. Oh, this could cost him. Not going to quite cost him for now, but as he's right out in the open, makes the step. That's definitely going to have been heard from Harry. They now know his position. They know he's in water beneath the site, and they can just play this one together. Dobbo has a feeling that one's heaven or one's short, and he's completely wrong. Flash rings over the top, now knows they're graffiti, but it's too late. They're too close, and there's 2 of them to contend with. friberg puts the final nail in the coffin, and that's going to be a 14-1/2 from Dignitas. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. A Molotov short. They've locked GamerLegion into the water position. Now they can just walk straight onto the site, get the bomb planted, and take the gunfights as they come. Close range with the Glocks. hallzerk doing the damage. HEAP still here to do more. And friberg, oh, this is just unbelievable. This is perfect from Dignitas. They've been doing their homework, and they are just having fun right now on the server. What a ridiculous pistol round. GamerLegion. Adam right now with this MP9 does find the first opener. friberg does drop. But with these rifles in hand, he's just completely isolated right now. He needs some support, and the best he can do is just swing out and try and do as much damage as he can. 1-for-1 trade goes the way of Forest, as eraa is able to take one more down to the grave with him. So a 3 versus 3, fairly successful round from GamerLegion, but as they come in the back, they think that they've got this flank on fleek, and Forest is ready and waiting for it. That's something absolutely perfect. Rusty with this deagle, looking to land a headshot, can't quite do so. All comes down to Dobbo from behind, and he spams a wait for one, but as he takes the tickle of damage, they know exactly where he is, and they're not even going to entertain the idea of going to the site. They want to finish this pick, and if last map was anything to go by, I think we might be in for a bit of a ride here. HEAP getting aggressive towards ramp, and look at this, it's just an absolute bloodbath. No respect, no time taken to set up, just bursting right through and using all of the firepower that they carry. This side is on fire right now, and there's no stopping them. 5 versus 2. The C4 will go down quite comfortably. Zero only good for 1, and quite frankly, that might be the only kill of the round. eraa can't even connect onto the low HP player, and he will get flanked from behind. Does actually find himself one more. Brings this into a 3-on-1. It's doable, especially with the kit in hand. Certainly not probable, and Dignitas, they've taken a step back. They're going to stop pushing right into him. They're going to play this one a little bit slower and allow Forest to do their favorite AWP. Oh, look at that start. Just straight into the head. Rusty on the ladder. No one's expecting that one. He catches hallzerk with his pants down. And Dignitas are a little bit out of options. They reconvene. Try and hit onto this big bomb site. They've got no control of it whatsoever, though. And as Adam swings out from the hollow vent, there's the shot that he needed. Follows up with one through the smoke. Finally traded, but he's done his job. In fact, he's on his back. I don't think there's any opportunity to get it planted. By the looks of things, he is actually still going to try and press onto this A site. If he finds a kill onto eraa, there's an opportunity, but no. Release it. There we go. Spots out the first head. Not actually going to deploy the nade. Instead, pulls out the rifle. Knows that he needs to take some gunfights, and he only trades 1-for-1. Then 4 on dobbo needs to do some heavy lifting, and he only does the same. Adam with another in the meantime. Does he be there pushing this way? He's absolutely right. And as they creep around this corner, they need to make sure they hard clear it. There we go. They do so. friberg with the headshot. It's perfect. Brings the numbers level pegging once again, but time pressure's a massive factor. And era's crispy with the AWP today. Hits the cross shot. Can't quite connect onto the second. It gives HEAP an open door of opportunity to grab this C4, get it planted. But as he's being flanked from zero, has to pull out the AK, fight from both angles. And despite the masses of damage dealt, he can't convert the round. friberg with a 3k, but it's just not enough for Dignitas in GamerLegion. They've already... It was spotted out last time. I'm not sure if it will work for 2 in a row. Adam right now with the M4. Does find the first position now, though. Instantly traded. Zero. A little bit of a whip on the site. Does convert for the 1. And we are just seeing these 1-for-1 trades coming through. But Rusty with the headshot onto hallzerk brings it all down to Forest in a 1-on-3. He's looking the complete wrong. I think that smoke might have missed ever so slightly. Maybe not. Maybe I'm completely wrong. In the meantime, though, eraa does hit that AWP shot. Harry's able to dart his way down. Rusty there to try and contend it, though. We've seen him previously. He's that quick rotation. He's that player that's just kind of lingering towards damage. They've got a 2-man advantage right now, though, so in a prime position to take this one. Harry once again with this AK. And Rusty's there, posted on the angle. AUG. Adam there to swing off of his contacts. That is a feel-good round at its finest. And Dignitas, I think they'll be a little bit shaken up off of this one. They win 6 right now on the ramp with the smoke in hand, deploys it at the right moment, and with a minute left on this clock, Dignitas haven't been able to take any control, and they're just being pushed further and further. Again, stuck between a rock and a hard place. 5 versus 3. As they've got the outside control, but you can't plant the bomb there. You need to get on one of the sites, and they're just struggling to do so. Harry drops to the AWP. friberg's still lingering, but very, very soon he'll be spotted by Rusty. As long as he doesn't get caught out by timing. And instead, era's there to hit the AWP shot. Leaves it all down to Forest. Only saving grace is the fact that he's got the C4 on his back, but a 5 versus 1 does hit a crispy 1-tap. Have to work with. Forest has no option but to burst onto this A site, try and get this C4 planted, and he's unable to cross. Zero towards the squeaky door spams through the smoke with a massive gap, and it just costs them. It's a one-way game. I think it's spot out the feet, and it means that they can't justify going down secret. They have to instead funnel into the A main area, and they just get completely right saying about this game, because this has just been a really, really awesome turnaround from GamerLegion, and not something you see very often at all. Forest has been allowed to get that bomb plant. That's a big mistake from Adam to drop. 2 versus 1 now. This is very, very doable for Forest if he can take down this AWP on eraa. But no, era's just been on fire so far on this map. He wasn't doing a lot of work over on overpass. He seemed to be missing a lot of these crucial shots. He wasn't able to pull out that AWP in many of the rounds as well here. So we are going to see the rifles come out. The Galil on Harry. No AWP available, and as they funnel into ramp, this is information. He knows that there's at least 2 players here. Little does he know there's 3, but he'd expect it. And there's the second headshot. He's more than exceeded his expectations here in this round. Adam caught off guard from the back lines from Harry, brings it back into a 3-on-3. So somewhat in contention, but GamerLegion are in the prime positions. They've outmaneuvered their opponents, and on this B site, they've got full control. Finally, Forest is able to take it back, but as Harry gets dinked, GamerLegion, a HP advantage. And they were already hot on their heels on this retake. Smoke gets posted. Forest locked on the site. Flash comes through. That's Zero's cue to open the door and try and spam through it. I don't think he realizes that Forest is actually hugging this silo. Can't connect any of the shots through the smoke. And as the AWP peaks, eraa not going to miss those ones. Hits the shot beautifully. Zero holding this defuse. And as the doors open, Zero spins around, spams away. Can't quite connect the final bullet. Only hits the one and gets Harry down to 3 points of health. eraa posted on the angle, swaps out to the rifle, hits the shot through the corner of the door, and gets back on that C4 just in the nick of time. Dignitas, they kept it incredibly close, but overall... Here we go, another B execute. Rusty trades 1 for 1. He's been so consistent with that. Plays that position, gets the information, finds the first kill. Brings it into a 4-on-4 retake situation. GamerLegion, they've been pretty consistent with these. Nade comes over, deals a little bit of damage onto hallzerk. AWP trying to fire through, hit a lucky shot through the garage doors. Remember, they're paper thin. You can do some serious damage through them. But the 1-for-1 trade continuing to go Dignitas' way, and friberg steps it up. Finally wakes up, converts the 3. Adam throws it back out, brings it into a 2-on-1 situation, taps the bomb, but takes a bullet to the left in the tank. We'll have to wait and see, though. Nice configuration towards this A site. Nice opening pick from eraa, though. And a second as well. The P250 firing through for 2. And as they push into this A site, this is crumbling from Dignitas. This is such fantastic counter-strike from GamerLegion. HEAP, the USP, can't quite connect. Spammed away for a second, can't do so. The C4 goes down on the B site. Nade comes in, does quite a lot of damage. USP trying to do some work, but they're just not connecting. A couple of body shots, no heads, and Zero. There's one. 4v2, HEAP's going to drop, hallzerk on his lonesome, and Rusty's in from behind. Absolutely nothing. Oh, not even connecting the second shot as the smoke dissipated. friberg with this MP9, able to do some damage, but only a tickle of it onto Zero. But they press right through, and they find all the kills needed. A secondary headshot. Zero's been on fire with these entries. And Dobbo snatching away a pistol before the retake comes through. They are able to level out these numbers, bring it back into a 3-on-3. And they're actually onto this B bomb site in time that they've prevented this C4 from going down initially. It's tapped by Rusty, but he can't hold it. He needs to be very careful right now. They have no smoke grenades to provide them some cover. Rusty desperate to get behind the silo, just about able to do so as they trade evenly. All comes down to hallzerk. This scout's deadly, essentially becomes a more mobile AWP in this situation as he connects onto Rusty. It's the headshot as he swaps out to the MP9. Dobbo low, there's a second, and hallzerk. Oh. See both players are low HP, and hallzerk, yeah, with that scout, basically becomes an AWP with more mobility. Now, as he moves over to this T half, he certainly didn't have as much success on overpass. He needs to be careful. He needs to make sure that he does continue hitting these shots and having the same impact. And there we go, right through the smoke. Weaker. Still the man advantage, no longer as Rusty finds the headshot. Brings it back into a 3-on-3. Wants to try and take this C4 down to the B site. Zero's got it on his back, and as he opens the door, he wants to try and get this bomb planted. Little does he know that HEAP's actually here to try and prevent it, though. And with 20 seconds on this clock, they don't have time to waste. friberg cuts off the rotation. Adam can't provide any support. It leaves it all down to Zero, and his goal right now is just to get that C4 planted. The clutch, very, very unlikely at this point with 20 points of health, 3 players to contend with, and HEAP's not even going to go for this swing right now. He's actually waiting for the support from his teammates. Deploys a flash, takes a little bit of damage in the meantime, but it's all just about buying some time. Harry even finds that AWP. I was wondering why he was filtering through M4s when there was an AK on the floor, but no, he's looking for the orb, and he's managed to grab it. So that's going to be dropped serious damage. Boost over the top, Rusty spots it. friberg deploys the nade, goes towards the other doors, ready with the AK to spam away, but he gets a deagle bullet straight to the head. GamerLegion, at the very least, can actually get a bomb plant here, and with a man advantage and a retrievable rifle, they could take this one over the top. Adam especially, finding him 2 more. This is very doable for GamerLegion right now. They just need to make sure they hold on to this. Retake coming through. A lot of damage dealt and only 1 rifle retrieved. And Harry with another headshot brings it back into a 2-on-2. This is looking increasingly unlikely here for GamerLegion. But with Dobbo firing on with the AK, it comes all down to Harry. Despite the fact that Rusty's only got a deagle, they've got a perfect crossfire in place. And in order to find Rusty, he's got to swing into Dobbo's crosshair. This is so dangerous. But he finds the first. And there we go. The crossfire just... Getting aggressive in HUT, trying to take the jewel. with the counter sniper on eraa, and there we go. First kill doesn't go on to eraa, does actually find dobbo instead, but it gives them a man advantage to work with as they decide to press on towards ramp. eraa, the entry fragger with the sniper in hand, zywoo there to provide the support. They need to clear this hard left angle, but as HEAP firing through, 2 quick headshots. I talked about the lack of impact that he was having. It's almost as if he heard me. 2 big kills swing the round in his team's favor, and all of a sudden GamerLegion looking like they are in a tricky situation. That AWP shot actually connected onto Adam through the wall. That is unreal from hallzerk. Only did a tiny bit of damage. Give his team a little bit of extra cash to work with. And next, do have some money. And they want to try and take away some rifles here from Dignitas. Dignitas 2, outside Forest, advanced position. We've seen him get aggressive and outside a few times. Not as close as this, and Rusty anticipates it nicely. And he won't know how much damage he's dealt either, so they're not going to know that zywoo's on two points of health. It's just something that they have to work with. And a little over round to a similar situation, but maybe a fresh opportunity. And there we go. Molotov comes in. Oh my goodness, he actually finds 2 before he drops. That shouldn't have been allowed. The flashbang, I think, prevented the visuals there to take him out. And it does come back into a 2-on-2, but with Rusty dealing the headshot, they've not got time. Walking a tightrope, in fact. They just need to get to the other side, and there we go. Big opening pick. hallzerk over-aggressing a little bit, and the support unable to trade for now. HEAP with his AK posted on the angle. They know that there should be someone else in an advanced position, because the AWP would never just get that aggressive on his own. And whilst he's... Well, they've got full control of ramp right now, so why they're re-aggressing towards Squeaky? It's a dangerous game, and Harry's got the angle. Does find the first, instantly traded though. Dobbo's hit a couple of nice shots this round, but it's gone right back the other way. Forest and friberg. This becomes increasingly unlikely, but it's a smart play. It might work out for him, but no. friberg, as soon as the smoke dissipates, he looks to his left. 2 Molotovs, a single HE. They're really relying on firepower. The smokes and the flashes right now, and as they burst right into the A site, initial 1-for-1 engagement. hallzerk's here to support. Drops right down, gets into the action, gets his hands dirty. Just comes over, does a tickle of damage, but Harry will be more than happy. And he breaks the door. They're not expecting him to be here. Rusty still hits the headshot nonetheless. The snappy response, and eraa with the AWP converts. This retake, it's going horribly wrong for Dignitas right now. This is starting to fall apart with 45 seconds left. What can they do here? They don't have a lot of money to work with either. I think this is just going to be the save call. It absolutely will be. They're playing for over to be a lot of weight off of their shoulders. They're not in the clear yet, but at least they know that even if they lose this next round, they've still... And Adam trying to get aggressive outside the door, actually sitting in the smoke. Harry posted on it, making sure none of them get through his vents. And the flash actually hits him. It means that Adam knows exactly where he is. He goes for the free fire, but he can't convert. Harry's still doing further damage. Forest there to support. And 2 headshots come through. Harry with another. And this is all falling apart for GamerLegion. It comes down to eraa's shoulders. He connects the first, flicks onto the second. A 13-4 comeback. They look to extend it further. hallzerk, we haven't seen that from him at all so far this map. And as he gets aggressive, pushes right through the outside, smokes, cuts off the first man. It's only 1 man lurking too. HEAP with another headshot. This is looking like a breath of fresh air from Dignitas. They've not been going for this same configuration. They try and mix it up in the overtime, and it works out quite nicely for them. Man advantage, zywoo on to 4 points of health too, and hallzerk still alive and kicking towards this B site. As the Molotovs rain in, GamerLegion do get this C4 planted. No one will be there to deny it, but hallzerk already there. So whilst he can't deny the plant, this retake is going to be hot and heavy. 2 players posted to try and shut this one down. Flashes right through though. Dobbo looking the wrong way, has to turn it. Not a lot he can do. eraa, they lined up for the collapse, but Harry's too quick to the trigger, and he finds himself the final as well. zywoo drops, and Dignitas keep 4 players alive and have an awesome round in the 31st. Frankly, not a lot to fault there. This smoke, oh, it's perfectly timed. friberg deploys it, able to spam away. There's the first damage onto the second. And oh my, Dobbo's going to walk straight into the Molotov. Rusty does claw 1 back, but with a minute left on this clock, 2-man disadvantage and the C4 in no man's land. I just don't see any way back in. Rusty bursting right through the vents, takes a flashbang to the face, and it leaves it all down to eraa. AWP pops out the barrel, does convert the first, can't connect the second flick, and friberg deals at the final fatal, down to 68 points of health. And it's looking like GamerLegion once again want to try and take some ramp control, but they've had no success with it whatsoever. HEAP's been so consistent at just finding that first man and dropping off the box, finding safe passage back. hallzerk there to try and support, takes an AWP bullet to the face. They do manage to trade out Rusty and friberg on the rotation. This door's open. They need to try and close it. Instead, the smoke will do the job, and friberg needs to be careful. Turn around, my friend. Adam's behind you, and he's lurking. Timing. Oh, it's impeccable. But Adam might be a blessing in disguise. Unfortunately, one peeks through the vent, but he's still able to fire through for both. They can't quite get the third. Harry trades it out. And GamerLegion, this could be their opportunity to take that one T-sided round I was talking about. Harry pulls out his gun just in the nick of time, but the jiggle peak does take in 3 rounds each. Oh, what a start, though. Beautiful headshot from hallzerk. The grenade could potentially be deadly. This time it's not, but it forces him right away. Harry, in the meantime, straight into his waiting scope, and Rusty is stuck between a rock and a hard place. 6 points of health. It takes them quite a lot to get rid of him, but finally he falls. Man disadvantage, but era's still on 10 points of health, remember? And this C4 and the bomb site safely in Dignitas' favour. He just needs to be careful of this single door. Zero pops out the feet, deals the damage onto friberg. Forrest is there to trade the damage, trades the kill. Era still low on health, and as Adam drops, it comes all down to him. Low HP versus low HP. 5 versus 10. friberg looking the wrong way, though. Needs to check his left-hand side. And era, it's a freebie. friberg, what on earth are you doing? You must have had false information there. That could have been the second overtime secured so comfortably if he was just looking the right way. Dobbo in the meantime. He's actually got a secondary sniper. This is the first time we've seen it this match so far, and it kicks off 90 seconds left. Keep an eye on that timer. They need to hurry this one up. It's just going to be the final resort. Burst into A, see what you can do with it. 15 seconds left to play with. An error. He finds that final shot with the AWP. Zero can single-handedly shut this one down just with a single kill, delaying the bomb plant. And there we go. Does so beautifully. Forrest just about taps in the digits in time. The error's going to be there to finish him off. And GamerLegion get themselves onto 18. Dignitas correct. They can cut off the rotations coming in from B. friberg coming up the vent. This is deadly. Harry coming in from behind. Zero finds one. Dobbo with another. Adam doing the work. And this is looking all said and done. It all comes down to hallzerk. It's being spammed away while flash. And Adam even with the BM to finish it off with all the Kevlar to work with. Not a single man going for any Kevlar or, a kit or utility. And they are just going for this mid-rush. There's the first headshot onto HEAP. What a play here from GamerLegion. Crazy initiative and crazy balls to go for something like this, given the situation. And they're coming out on top quite nicely with it, hitting all the headshots, and it leaves it all down to friberg. A 1-on-3 situation. He's planted. I think that gives him enough extra money. If he can find this kill onto Rusty, then he'll be able to do so. But no. Rusty swings out, just the pistols come out for Dignitas, no Kevlar to accompany them, and the aggression, well, it just doesn't stop here from GamerLegion. HEAP does punish it for now. Has found himself an MP9, of course, that was errors that was dropped on the floor, and they do press on to this A site. But at range, as they push into long, I was expecting that from us from Zero to be deadly. Instead, Harry's 1-dig. It's even deadlier. Dobbo, once again, the anchor man trying to hold this one up. Finds the first, there's the second headshot. And he's just buying time for his teammate. Desperately trying to stay alive there for the rotations to come through. Does so, but as Adam comes across, there's no way for him to do the damage. Rusty just going to fall away and save this for Mass. That's a really... You've got those deagles. Anything is possible. And there we go. Dignitas, first round on the board in one that you just wouldn't expect whatsoever. Back, we go to overtime, and then GamerLegion very narrowly come out on top, and now we're in the third and final. It's just been an absolute roller coaster of a series. I couldn't tell you who's going to take it. And as we go into the bye, GamerLegion, they find that opening pick. Error, lovely bit of initiative there, towards middle, hits that opening shot, is graded out by Forrest. Zero can't do anything. Dobbo follows the same fate, and they do actually take a man disadvantage, and they lose this A bomb site. They've done a lot of damage, and this retake's certainly doable, especially with the utility they have. They've got a couple of flashes, a smoke, and incendiary. But right now, the scoreline leveled out 2-2. Purchased in this one. Instead, they just drop over those MP9s. Dobbo and Zero, they're the men to work with them. And as the flash comes through, Dobbo swings. 1-for-1 trade onto throw the smoke. Throw the nade through the smoke. Kind of comes down to Rusty on this bomb site. And as he's flashed, he swings right out into the open. And that is not what you want to be going for. They were trying to go for some kind of coordinated swing. But Adam was fully blind and tagged up. And Rusty followed the same. GamerLegion, they've been completely locked out of this. Something like that. They just go and save. And it's the right play to go for. But it just means that it's a long map. It's definitely a long map. Early incendiary into mid. Lots of utility deployed here on Banana though and Adam. Oh, that is rough. Burns in the flames. Somehow comes out on top though and goes for more. Despite being tagged down to 8 HGs here for Dignitas, if they did, I think they could have just deployed one over to the coffins. We completely eliminate Adam, but error on the site. There's the first shot. Adam swings out for more. That's his 3rd kill of the round, and he's been on a slither of HP the entire time. All comes down to friberg. The rotations are on their way, but they're not neat. They are very lucky they're starting off on the defense here on Inferno, because eraa can just fire on all cylinders once again. And there we go. Look how fast that shot is. He is holding a posted. Smoke goes over the top, but era's not phased by it. He continues to peek around this corner, pops out the arm. There's a secondary shot. hallzerk looks to trade it. Luckily, just on its way. Even if the kills come through onto the site, as long as Dobbo and zywoo can delay long enough, the flank will be in place. HEAP watching it, though, and as Adam drops off out of position, has to go into mini-pit. They know exactly where he is right now, and they can try and isolate these gunfires. Crossfire in play, but they're too snappy to the trigger. HEAP with 2 headshots, and Rusty. It's all gone horribly wrong. They had a man advantage. They had the positional advantage, and now they have nothing. Harry finishes off the job, and that pretty much all. Rocky start, though. Finally, hallzerk's able to put himself on the board, and eraa! I mean, this is just crazy. Oh no, he's actually gone into the second Molotov. That's really an advantage. Unfortunately, he actually literally 1Gs himself into the second Molotov, but... Oh, with that kill coming on to zywoo, realistically, he's just trying to stay alive there, get a bit of an off angle going, and it just doesn't work out for him whatsoever. Would have been better off sticking onto the balcony, and in the meantime, they're just crumbling. Dignitas, they snatch away the site once again, and this will be another save call here from GamerLegion. They want nothing more to do with this. They are going to save those M4s. Lose this AWP. They did last time, so just throws it into the corner. And there we go. 6 on the board for Dignitas. Much better start. First right into banana. This is good. Rusty, a little bit of aggression. And Adam here to try and pick up the pieces. Full HP. Kevlar on his back. The flash comes over. Doesn't really affect him at all. He's still here to fire through for more. Double kill. hallzerk trades. 4 versus 2. And they are actually going to commit to this B site. Forces Rusty right back. The rotation's coming in. This time around, GamerLegion aren't going to go for the save. They've got a 2-man advantage. A good opportunity to take this forest. If anything, though, it means that you can actually play around it. That Molotov, perfectly placed. Forces hallzerk right out, and he even burns alive in it. Forest all on his lonesome. This C4 ticking rather low. And Rusty, by process of elimination, knows that he has to be in the smoke and spams right through it. Hits the head, and GamerLegion, they will be able to get this defused, take no casualties on the retake, and make it 4. zywoo didn't actually... They should know that there's potential, that there's a man towards these logs, and they are actually going to clear it. This Molotov's going to do so, but Adam goes for the wide swing before it's deployed, and Dobbo's there to support him. hallzerk... They're running out of options right now. They've got 20 seconds left on the spot. They need to push into the A site. There's the first. They haven't spotted out the second man towards Graveyard, but Forrest is on the angle, and zywoo... Well, he's good for zywoo. Doesn't get himself anything in this one. Bullet in the head is all he can find. Rusty knows that there's one on the site, sees the AWP drop on the floor, finds the kill. Forrest in Graveyard in the meantime, though, ready to just poke up when called upon. And off of his contact, Harry's going to swing. You wait for it. It works out perfectly. Harry's just fading out the man. But as Forrest goes for the hard swing, it doesn't work out at all. Dobbo. That's perfect. 3 kills. And a little bit of a whiff there. I think when Harry swung from aggressive B defense, try and take banana control every round. That's what Dignitas have been doing. It's working out nicely for them. This time, Dignitas, they funnel right into A. They push right through. They find the trades. Rusty's good for 2, but his teammates, they don't find anything, and Harry's there to pick up the pieces. 3 versus 2 situation. Dignitas, the bomb's down. GamerLegion, they would cause a major upset, a major ripple today if they beat Dignitas. If he goes for this peak, he almost certainly gets punished. He needs some support. He needs a flash to go over the top. Instead, it's the Molotov, but friberg peeks out before it's deployed, and eraa still on the outs off era's position. Secondary smoke eliminates the Molotov. eraa, audacious peek towards the smoke in CT, but in the meantime, Rusty picking up the pieces beautifully on the site, and eraa with the nose have come into play. They've been completely inaccurate. They've been completely irrelevant for this series. This one's been a complete roller coaster, and it's been just touch and go the whole way through. A completely clean pistol round here from Dignitas. 3 beautiful shots coming through. Planted. If he plants it right now, expecting someone's coming from banana. hallzerk swings from CT. Instead, could have followed up with the double, but instead He's an imminent threat as soon as GamerLegion press onto this fight, and as flashes come over, it's an absolute shutdown. HEAP and Harry with the MP9 and the FAMAS completely shut it down. hallzerk from behind finds himself too. The C4 just about planted, but that is an incredibly successful round from Dignitas. That's a full buy there from GamerLegion. This is a bonus round from Dignitas, and it's flawless. Look at this, the MP9 just mowing through their opponents at that kind of range. That's just the damage, the utility. They've got the rifles, they've got the tools to work with. They just need to put them to good use. And there we go, Rusty opening things up with a nice early pick. hallzerk drops. The Forest is close to trade it. And there we go, right through the wall. Drops the bomb. Don't think he realizes it. But he wants to press further. Peeks into Rusty. Lands a second headshot. You'd almost always expect Forest to fall right back there. But with the support from friberg in the apartments, he doesn't need to. friberg's got his back, and they can press harder. That's a fantastic start from Dignitas after taking that man casualty. And Adam, he now needs to pick up the pieces. Takes the dink in the meantime, and HEAP, he's good for both. The AK just does. How Adam's still alive. 6 points of health to his name, and it's looking like they're going to go for it. Push. HEAP fully blinded, fans away. That's Harry's cue to swing, and he's good for 3. Swaps to the deagle, tons of damage dealt. Can't quite finish off the job, but Forest. The final buy comes out. Adam demoted to the Mac 10. The Galil's on the rest. And on that AWP, hallzerk, he's definitely relayed the information. hallzerk can't quite connect the shot. But Dignitas have still got this man advantage. Make it 2 as Forest finds one more. friberg with another. And this is looking like it's all over. The final man, it's Rusty to try and clutch this one up. A 1 versus 5. He's a superb player, but he's certainly not this good. And there we go. Forest finishes off the job. Dignitas 6.